Siemano ziomki ze Gitara.pl. Chciałbym zaprezentować efekt, który sam zrobiłem. Nazywa się Thunderstruck.
What you just heard was 15-year-old me shamelessly bragging about a modified Big Muff guitar effect clone I'd built. I was driven by the endless resources of the internet, which for a gear-obsessed teenager was like striking gold. I played guitar, sure, but honestly I was more obsessed with the gear itself than with actually playing the instrument. At first I clumsily started copying popular stomp boxes, convincing myself I was saving money. But let's be real, it was a bottomless pit and most of the parts I bought ended up in a box of failed experiments. Speaking of failed experiments, I had no idea what was a feedback loop and loop stability back then.
Żarzenie włączone. Teraz napięcie anodowe. Poczekaj.
I gave up on that project. It was a 5-watt tube-amp clone of the Soldano Atomic. Endless attempts to get devices up and running. It was like a roulette. I had to gain real knowledge instead of stumbling around and looking for a needle in a haystack. I filmed this masterpiece in the hallway of my university. Despite doubting myself more than once, I somehow managed to earn my engineering degree. The topic of my engineering thesis was design and construction of a phono preamp. It was the first device I ever designed from scratch with a decent level of awareness. It was tube-based and sounded really nice. Here is the moment of powering up the first prototype.
Meine Liebe.
This was also the time I started collecting records and slowly falling in love with them. I began exploring more and more options for amplifying the signal from a turntable and started testing new prototypes. I'll never forget how exciting it was to listen to and compare them. So I went from being an amateur guitarist to simply a music lover, and from a music lover I transformed into a DJ. As a DJ, I decided it would be cool to create my own isolator. After a period of research, I achieved satisfying results and even contributed to the development of a product for MC Audio Solutions. As I progressed, my appetite for more grew and I decided to take on a more serious project and build an entire mixer from scratch. In 2019, I launched the first prototype of my 2-channel rotary. It was super messy inside but worked pretty well. After many comparisons with other mixers, I realized that I was quite independent of what the market offered and I was able to create products that satisfied me in the comfort of my own home. My confidence was alarmingly growing. I had just reached the peak known as Mount Stupid. I was lucky enough to land in the Valley of Despair thanks to Ferrum Audio, a high-end audio equipment manufacturer which hired me for their research and development team. That was the moment when my journey truly began. Ferrum Audio was the first place where I got to work on equipment with market-leading performance. The team I was part of created products that won ASA awards and were recognized by the global audio press. In the team, I was primarily responsible for measurements and PCB design. This was a milestone in my career and my journey with electronics, allowing me to level up to the next stage. I learned how to design electronics better, but also where to source parts, how to measure extremely low levels of distortion and other critical parameters, and how to make design decisions based on measurements without forgetting the importance of the human ear. With this wealth of experience, I'm ready to start a new electronics project that I hope will be just as exciting for you as it is for me. This summer I had the opportunity to service the iconic Uray 1620 mixer. I fell in love with its sound and decided that I wanted something similar but not identical. I will tailor this design to my own needs, and from scratch using my computer, soldering iron and my own brain, I will create and document the process of making this device, sharing with you the behind the scenes of its creation. You're invited to follow my series of videos, Making of a DJ Mixer. At this stage I'm truly curious to know what you'd like to learn. I want this series to be helpful for everyone looking to start their own journey into the fascinating world of electronics.